Hi, this is Dishan from RevSportz, and welcome to Teeing Off with RevSportz. We have a lot of sporting action that we have to talk about. I'm joined with S. Kanan, Bharat Ramaraj, and Debashish Sen for the show today morning. Kanan, we'll get started off with the IPL action as we normally do. Mumbai Indians are playing for pride, but they managed winning the game last night. Your thoughts on that victory?
I think, Ishan, you were there. You would have been the most happy man being a Mumbaiker. But yeah, it's good to see Mumbai win because now we know more or less that Mumbai making it to the playoffs looks the most remote. Oh, but yeah, to see Surya Kumar Yadav, Mama's favorite, score 100 was very, very pleasing indeed. And as at the same time, to see Hardik Pandya bowl and take wickets, obviously he's the all rounder for the World Cup. These are two big positives which I will look at, from this match. At the same times, for Sunrisers, their winning sequence getting disturbed or broken. It's a clear sign law of averages getting caught up, but I think I'll let the others take over. But yeah, Mumbai winning is important for me in many, many ways. Surya's performance and Hardik performance.
Thank you, Karan. Devashish, Karan's mentioned Surya's performance. A lot was spoken about his form. Some matches he performed, the other he failed. Finally, he's showing a bit more a consistency with his game. So, your thoughts on his innings last night?
Yeah, obviously it means scoring 334 runs, considering that he did miss the first few matches due to injury. He was coming back from injury and to end up 9 matches, 334 runs. And the manner in which he has been scoring runs, a strike rate of 176. So not really bad if you ask me. And obviously, and these are signs of him getting back to form, which is a good thing to for India. And also with Hardik, as Kannan sir said, Hardik also performing last 2 matches. He bowled full quota of 4 overs. He got the wickets in last match as well. This match also he picked 3 wickets. So and also he considering he has also scored 200 runs. So 200 runs and then 10 wickets. It's not bad. Means obviously he has set high standards. But then I think this augurs well. And but there are a few concerns with the form of Rohit Sharma, who was again failed, and also his strike rate is not that great. And also there was in our official group there was a statistics that has been shared by Dilip, obviously. So
Yeah.
very very concerning. So but then overall, if you ask me, a few of the players they are showing signs of picking up form, and that is good to have happened.
Yeah,
Sorry,
thank you,
Ishan, I'll
Devashish.
interrupt you. I'll interrupt
Yes.
you for a second. We were talking about Surya. I heard his post match and he's spoken to a few people. Very important point he's highlighted, which from the fitness perspective is very important. He's talked about fielding 20 overs and then, batting a large number of overs, in that kind of heat and humidity in Mumbai Wankhede Stadium close to the seafront. I think that is very important. So it gives you
Hmm.
enough pointers that he is willing to be there in the middle and not just be an impact player, come bat ball or just get out like that. So that's also very important because I think going into this World Cup, we really need fit and hungry players, and Surya has shown that he is hungry. But as regards Rohit and others, I'm sure you lead it in the show with Bharat first.
Valid points, Karan. Valid points. Thank you so much. And talking about Rohit Sharma, yes, we'll get to him. It's a interesting topic of debate. But before that, Bharat, Hardik Pandya getting into form before the World Cup, or too soon to say. I mean, he's bowled well. Good news for Indian cricket, obviously, that he's getting back into his rhythm. Your thoughts on his bowling performance?
Yeah, I guess he's fully recovered from his injuries, so he's very much match fit and is bending his back a lot more. So I think that is why he's getting those wickets. Early on, it didn't seem like he was powering through the crease a lot, so that is why he was bowling a lot of floaty stuff. And now he seems to be bending the back a little more and pounding the pitch a little more. That is why he's getting more life out of the surface. Yesterday also, the pitch did a bit. That Wankhede Stadium, there was a little bit of grass. Those seam bowlers definitely, at least until Dew came into existence, they played a part. Even when Pat Cummins bowled that first over, he was beating the bat a lot of times, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar
Yeah.
also found sea movement from that surface. So surface also helped him, but Hardik Pandya definitely is getting into form with the ball in hand. Maybe with the bat in hand, he still doesn't look like the player of old at times. Uh, when especially when he's playing hard length and he has to play his horizontal bat shots, but with the ball in hand, is definitely almost back to his best, and that's good news
Yes.
for India because when it comes to bowling, I don't think there is anyone as a seam bowling all rounder. I'm not thinking about his batting, but when it comes to bowling, as a bowling all rounder, I don't think there is anyone in India who can bowl like him. I'm just thinking from an all rounder's perspective.
No, you're right, brother. I think it's important Hardik continues to bowl the way he is and even starts performing with the bat before that World Cup. Karan, talking about the Sunrisers team a bit here, has the law of averages caught up with them?
I think that is stating the obvious. Law of averages has definitely caught up. But having said that, I think Sunrisers have done very well this season, and I think full credit to Pat Cummins for it. You know, we are all students of IPL, students of cricket and sport. We keep reading a lot. So for me to read about Sunrisers is interesting, but what is baffling to me is what has happened to Makaram. You know, why has he suddenly vanished?
Hmm.
Why is Makaram not batting? I don't know. Why is he not being included? Point number one, and there's a valid point flagged by Natarajan, uh, solid bowler, someone about whom Bharat keeps writing that he should have been on the team for the World Cup. He's talked about how difficult it is to bowl. This IPL we've seen batters go hammer and tong. Someone like Ian Chappell, again, a brilliant columnist whom I have enormous respect for. He's talked about this as being a sport like cricket, or is it like are you playing baseball? A lot of the flat bat stuff and bats being improvised, and even this Kookaburra ball again. I'll go back to Bharat because he's written about it. What's wrong with these balls? So the way the runs are being scored. So there are a few pointers, but Sunrisers not doing well is not good. I think they will snap this losing streak soon. But Natarajan has made some very important, valid points that just alone, bowling that Yorker is not enough, and he's been utilizing the slow bouncer. You're being allowed two bouncers per over, which is a very valid point, and you're testing the batsman, teasing the batter. Sorry. So these are points. I'm sure if so much of thought process is going in, there's still a lot left. Like for example,
Yeah.
Sunrisers is there today. Obviously, in New Delhi, Arun Jaitley Stadium, you have Delhi Capitals fighting for the skin of their lives, through their skin of their lives, against Rajasthan Royals. So there's a lot more still to happen. We can't take everything. Obviously, Mama's team KKR is on top. Something Gambhir magic, or as I said, Shahrukh magic. They're firing on all cylinders, and Rajasthan are there. But I'm not going to write off CSK even now. So we'll see. I think it's still going to be a close race, and as it climaxes, I think there will be a lot more to watch. We can't really
Yes.
predict at this stage.
Yes. Thank you, Karan. Devashish, couple of questions for you. One is, where is Markram, according to you? And Karan mentioned KKR, and KKR's flight was facing some turbulence. So, your comments on that, your thoughts on that? What's all that about?
Yeah, first up, obviously, it was baffling to see Mayank Agarwal walking in at number three. He is a misfit in this format. And how would you get a when Sunrisers have so many firepowers in batting? Why would you send a Mayank Agarwal at number three? And given the form, again, once again, Travis said, Aiden Markram, Henrik Klassen, so they don't have any shortage of firepower as far as the batting is concerned. So it was really really baffling. And once again, it boils down to the same old story. Means these are some uh, decisions that is going to backfire, I would say. Means obviously they look good to qualify for the playoffs, but now they suddenly see themselves in the middle, in the
Hmm.
top middle of the table with 12 points each, along with Chennai Super Kings and Lucknow Super Giants. So any one or two loss, they might again bite their fingers, and they might not as well qualify for the playoffs. And given that we were all speaking about Sunrisers being one of the top contenders to make it to the playoffs, even four 5 matches back, but that this is not no more the case now. Means I think mm, they might as well not make it to the playoffs given the form LSG has been. And as far as the flight of KKR is concerned, obviously it was as you know, in Calcutta it was raining cats and dogs last night, obviously with thunderstorms, and
Yes.
due to which the flight that was carrying the KKR players from Lucknow had to be diverted to Guwahati. In fact, their flight departed at 5:45 p.m. from Lucknow, and they were supposed to land at 7:15, but the flight got uh, transferred to the Guwahati airport. Again, the flight departed around 9, but again midway in the year it has to be departed to Varanasi. So all the KKR players had to stay in Varanasi overnight, and today they are going to check out the hotel around 11:30, and they have a flight at 1:30, and hopefully they come to Calcutta because they have a match against Mumbai Indians, their last match at Eden Gardens this season on Saturday. And they have uploaded a funny video of the players, obviously, which a flight of 1 hour took almost 3.5 hours midway.
Yeah.
So that's a terrible experience.
No, it must be, but I'm sure they'll be in Calcutta very soon. Bharat, before we talk about Rohit Sharma, my final question regarding the IPL, debate about the balls that have been, put on display. Do you agree with this that, the cricket balls that have been used are probably not suiting the bowlers and maybe helping the batters at the moment?
See, Kookaburra ball, I go back to what Jagal Srinath himself said in the podcast that when he played, there were a couple more stitches, it seemed like. And when he saw some of those Kookaburra balls some 5, 6 years ago, it felt like there were a couple of stitches less. So, Kookaburra white ball, this batch is, I don't think its seam is prominent, but at least it was swinging for 2, 3 overs in this IPL for many games. I don't think it is swung for even 2 balls. That's what Deepak Char also says, not just me. Deepak Char himself said during the early phase of the tournament that it is not swung even for 2 balls. But at least in the last 3, 4 games, it is swung a little more. I don't know whether they have changed the batch of balls or something like that. But at least it's swung
Mhm.
for 2, 3 overs.
Yeah.
So it's slightly better for the bowlers. At least yesterday it swung for 2, 3 overs. But white Kookaburra ball for a period of time it swung less and less and less, and it's very much oriented towards batters. You compare it to the 91-92 series, again crisis when Srinath got that wicket of Keith Atherton. It is swinging in, then it seemed off the pitch big and cleaned him up at Tawaka. So I guess he was remembering that particular dismissal when he said that couple of stitches are definitely missing in some of these present day Kookaburra balls. It's definitely the seam is not at all prominent. So that is why it doesn't swing. And it seems like in this IPL, it has got worse, as Deepak Chahar said.
Bharat Ramraj, as descriptive as ever. I'm sure all our viewers will appreciate that, Bharat. Thank you. Karan, moving on to Rohit Sharma, hot topic of discussion. And I'll tell you honestly, as a fan, supporter, journalist, I have to say I'm a bit worried. The form probably is not on top, and we're moving into a major tournament like the World Cup. It's not seeming as convincing. I'm not sure if I'm coming off too strong, but let's get started off with you here. What are your thoughts, Rohit Sharma?
Well, certainly form is worrying. If you look at IPL form, some people who are in form, some are not in form. So Rohit Sharma has not been in the form we associate him to be with. At the same time, there's been so much of chatter, banter on Virat Kohli, but still he's right there on the top. He scored runs. It's immaterial whether his team RCB have won or not. At the same time, we know that Bumrah has bowled well. At the same time, we know that Hardik is warming up, Surya is warming up. But yeah, Rohit's form is a big worry. But I'll take you back to the time, even before the second week of the IPL, perhaps the BCCI had made up its mind that Rohit Sharma is going to be the captain. That was a
Hmm.
bit of a surprise to me. I don't know whether that was a done deal. And even if you look at the way Rohit spoke at the press conference last week, sitting next to Chairman of Selection Committee Ajit Agarkar, he was losing confidence. That Caradam attitude that he's going to be there, he's going to be the boss. He's the boss as a captain. I don't doubt his leadership skills. He's got the flair, he's got the feel. But with his own bat, he needs to score runs. That is very important. If you're going to ignore someone like Shubman Gill, just on the basis of a couple of performances in the IPL and overlook what he's done over a period of time across formats for India in international cricket, then obviously you will ask questions about Rohit Sharma. Because the worry is, is this skipper going to lead from the front? We all know what we saw in the World Cup in India, the 50 over format. He's scoring brilliantly, but he scored well against England also. That's his template. That's his pattern. He's going to hit. He's going to go. The strike rate, which is seemingly missing now, he has to produce it. Again, the character of wickets. People are thinking we're going to play the first set of matches in West Indies. No, you're going to be playing in New York. We don't know. You've got a drop-in pitch being brought in from Adelaide. How is it going to behave? But Rohit's not going to adjust his batting according to the conditions, so to say, because we know what New York is. It's going to be hot again. You guys are going to be there. So he will score. It's not that he doesn't want to score. He will score. What's happening is a poor run. And with someone like Rohit, I would not think this run will continue forever. You know,
Hmm.
his class is there. It's not temporary. Form is temporary.
Thank you, Karan.
So just add a
Devash?
point.
Yeah,
I'll just add a
Bharat.
point on Rohit Sharma. I think his problem in T20 cricket is he instinctively gets into a mindset where he has to really muscle the ball and take the ball well in front of the body. And I think that is where he loses his timing. I don't think he's a player who's more is a power hitter, but more of a timer of the ball. Even when he got that 100, the first 40 or 50 runs, he was timing the ball crisply. Then he tried to muscle the ball against short of a and deliveries, slow short of a and deliveries, and he got out. I think that's his problem. Yesterday too, if you notice how he got out to Cummins, was taking the ball well in front of the body and trying to power it or really muscle it across the line. And I don't think it suits Rohit Sharma. So I think that's his one and only problem. When he tries to back his game on the basis of timing, I think he will get runs.
Thank you, Bharat. Devashish, your last thoughts?
I would say that he should carry on with this template of Sims going slam bang at the start, because that is what you need, means to utilize the power play. Because when you have someone like a Virat who can play the anchor role, means you need a decent start in the World Cup. And with Yashasvi, I think both of them can just utilize that power play. And so and see, even despite not being scoring runs, he still end up with a strike rate of more than 150. So and see, there will be times when he might lose wickets, but at the same time, if he gives those 40 runs, 30 runs of 10, 15
Hmm.
balls, that will do a world of good for the Indian, because that will set the platform for the middle order batters to take over from that. So that is what you want. You don't want to be in a situation where India are 50 for 1 or 50 for 2 in power play. Means obviously, the template that Rajesh said as we've been saying, means obviously it might not be that free scoring affair in the Caribbean or the USA, given the slow low stage wickets. But then obviously the template now is to utilize the power play. Means you need a start, and who better than Rohit to give you that quick start.
Thank you, Devashish. You're
Yeah,
right. I
I'll
think
just, uh,
everyone.
just, just add a
Yes.
point to that. He needs to go slam bang, but I go back to that knock when he got that 100. He was going at a strike rate of almost 200. Was it against CSK? Yeah, around 50 of 25, 30 balls. He was allowing the ball to come to him and play late and play those lofted shots. I think that works for him better than taking the ball well in front of the body and trying to just smash the cover of the ball. I think that is where Rohit
Mhm.
Sharma really struggles and his strike rate drops off. I think he's trying to play like someone else, trying to play like some Kieron Pollard or some other Team David type of hitter, which I don't think it works for him. If he bases his game on how Rohit Sharma himself plays, I think it will work better for him.
Interesting point. Thank you, Bharat. Yes, it's important, I think, to back Rohit Sharma and back this Indian team no matter what. And that will be the focus by all of us. There's going to be a 11 a.m. show mainly talking about Rohit Sharma. So make sure that you tune in for that as well. We're nearing the end of the morning show. We hope that you enjoyed this. Before we leave you all, we have an exclusive interview of Ashok Malhotra with our very own Debashish Sen talking about Virat Kohli. So enjoy the video and we'll see you at the 11 a.m. show as well. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is me Debasis for RevSportz. I have none other than former India cricketer and selector Ashok Malhotra. Paji, welcome to RevSportz.
Thank you very much.
पहले मैं जो आपसे जानना चाहेगा कि obviously जो debate चल रहा है between Sunil Gavaskar and Virat Kohli on his strike rate, is it fair?
See, I would not say it is fair, but it is, you are on the other side of the fence. One is on this side of the fence, other is on one side. Sunil Gavaskar and the commentators are doing their job, and all the players think they only sit there to criticize. It is not that. It is they're trying to do their job. So tomorrow Virat might be sitting on this side of the fence and he'll doing the same thing. So I think it is uncalled for. I know he overreacted. Probably you get hurt with the criticism, but the fact is, when you're in the public life, then you should be ready to take the criticism. The bouquets will come your way and the brick bats will come your way. So I think he kind of overreacted, and Sunil being Sunil, he kind of sorted him out. So it's two big guns. I would say fighting for a very trivial manner.
But given the form Virat has been in, means he has been in phenomenal form in the IPL, barring one match where his strike rate can be questioned, but he looked in form. Means going into the World Cup. What's your thoughts on Virat, the way he batted his?
See, Virat is Virat. We can't argue with his performance. And not to forget, he might not be a big hitter. He might not be but he's the one he's like a glue who will keep the Indian batting together. There are a striker, there is Rohit Sharma, there is Yashasvi Jaiswal, Surya Kumar Yadav. But when the going gets good, they are very good. But when the going gets rough and tough, that is when you need Virat Kohli. So he's kind of a glue which will keep this entire Indian batting together.
Paji, if I may ask you, obviously, there has been talks about anchor role in T20 format. Means obviously, when you look at sides like Australia or England or even for that matter West Indies, the template is to go bang bang right from ball one. But then, is there a place for an anchor role in a format like T20?
Absolutely. You look at the baseball. They score 400 runs, or look at Sunrisers Hyderabad. They score 280, 290, and then get out for 140. You can't go bang bang. Somebody has to be there to play the role of a sheet anchor. Somebody should be able to play 20 overs. Around you, the entire batting revolves. And I think that is very perfect. And now, as you very rightly said, he's increased his run rate because people have been talking about it. So, but I still have a question mark. He's batted as an opener in IPL, but he's going to bat at number 3 in the World Cup. Will it suit him? Is he ready to bat at number 3? Because it's a different ball game. When you're opening the inning, you got 20 overs to play. When you're batting at 3, you might have 10 overs to play.
Absolutely.
So your game plan changes. So I'm sure he's a great player. He knows how to react to situations, how to